Good morning. Good morning. We are here on the Twitch. Oh, we don't want that yet. No, we don't want that. That's it. Yeah, we had the intro. Now we have the outro. Our bit rate is a little bit shaky jakey. But let's see. Did I tweet this out again? We're going to go with it as far as that goes and see what happens again. We did have... did this tweet? I don't know if this tweeted out or not. Let's see. Profile. Okay, yeah, it did tweet out. Okay, so we're off and running. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Twitch on this Easter Sunday, 04.09.2023. Current time is 07:38 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York, the southern tier of Upstate New York, where I live and reside on this Sunday morning, Easter Sunday. And I'm just checking out over here our bit rate. I lowered the camera setting. We're down to 540 from 720 for this broadcast. So the bit rate is a bit low, and I don't think usually that's not the case. And just wondering if it's the internet. But good morning, nonetheless. We're going to try and go with this again, and we did have a start, and I ended up changing just go ahead and squashing it. We do have the morning coffee here this morning, as far as that goes. So let's get the proverbial cover pick. Let's see where that comes in, at what time. Right at 3 minutes and 46 seconds there. Okay. 3 minutes 46. Okay, we'll go ahead and go with that one as far as that goes. And we're still in the unstable rate. We'll see what happens as far as this goes. Still in the green on the OBS. It says I'm still having an encoder. I was playing around with the camera, trying to get it more portrait as far as that goes. So, but we'll swing with this. Okay, we're back into the excellent range. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. So maybe it was the intro music that threw it off a little bit, but I do have a new way of bringing the intro music. That's something new there. I was playing with around yesterday. And again, this is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter, where I told myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast. In other words, all that's saying is I like playing on this thing called the internet, and that's what we're doing this Sunday morning. I'm off on the day job. Get to spend Easter at home here with the family, and I do hope you all have a great Sunday morning today. But we're going to go with a hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD, and what better way than the Sunday morning coffee here on this 04.09.2023 at Twitch broadcast. And we're going to get the broadcast in. I am having some computer woes. My main PC desktop box is down for the count. I did get had a pretty good Saturday yesterday as far as sending out a power supply that I got that I don't think was really, I thought wasn't really sufficient, but I guess it was. But nonetheless, I ended up contacting Amazon. They said send it back through UPS, and I experienced that for the first time yesterday, and it worked out real well as far as that goes. I went into the store with my Q code there, I guess, on the sheet of paper, and was a little hesitant, and they're just smiling like, "What? Well, may we help you?" Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been in a UPS store. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, but Amazon told me bring this piece of paper and the item, and you would ship it out. And they pointed out it says not to box or something, like just bring it in. And that's what I did, and I thanked them for that. So that was a pretty good experience. So I figured, the start of yesterday went pretty good. And then the delivery of the newer second power supply came in, and I just happened to get the email, and they were right up the road. I was watching them coming in on final, so I was right out at in front of the house there to. They didn't even have to get out of the car, and they liked that, and I liked it. It was very a unique experience. So Amazon, big thumbs up on that aspect as far as that goes. They said it was going to come in early. They'd sent me an email saying no, it's going to come in Saturday, maybe Sunday. Then I got an email yesterday saying it was coming in, and then, like I said, I was right out there on the curb as far as that goes. So that was pretty good. Then I tried putting the new power supply in, and it's still power supply works. There's power to it, and I don't know. There's something else going on there. It might be a bad CPU at this point. So I'm back to where I've been given the okay by the missus as far as given my employment status next week is I'm going to be no longer at the day job. I'm pushing towards that retirement here in May for the golden ticket that I should go out and buy a brand new computer. So yesterday we did look at the local Walmart down in Sayre, Pennsylvania, and they didn't have anything. They had this one HP that was 12 gig of RAM, and I'm holding out for 16 gig. And so there's a couple other stores over up the Binghamton Vestal Parkway way to check out, and I may go into a Best Buy. I don't know. I'm a little leery about that, but there's a couple other stores I can go to as far as that goes, and we'll see what happens as far as that goes. So yesterday, after that, I did do a broadcast where I was broadcasting the game. I had it right here on this my older AMD box. It desktop box is still working. I had the game here, and then I through OBS I brought it over to the OBS over here on this laptop and streamed it out. And the picture was great. It got a little glitchy, but the picture was stellar at 720p. And what that does is you break up your resources. You share your resources between the game is playing here, but it's being streamed out back into from this. And maybe it because it's Wi-Fi. I might go maybe I'll go this later today. I'll play the game on here and then stream it out on this box. But that's using an app on OBS called Teleport. Is that what it's called? You have to install it. Yeah, it's called Teleport, and it works quite well. I've used it before when I had the old AMD and then updated Intel that's now out for the count right now, working in tandem. It worked quite well. It worked very well as far as that goes. So I know when I get when I get my new box, it might be a week or two. That's why I'm looking at all these different options to broadcast with using the available resources I have. I have more than enough resources. It's just the quality I want to bring in, like the intro music and outro music. I think I might have that taken care of, but I want to hold out to 16 gig because that will just elevate me better than where I was before as far as having that extra RAM and a more updated box that will be able to handle, and I won't have maybe as much glitchiness. And if I do have glitchiness, it'll be because of my internet, not because of the hardware that I'm using. So I'll keep you updated on that. But currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 24 degrees Fahrenheit, and that equates to negative 4 degrees Celsius, and we have sunny sky out there. It's blue sky, all blue sky, very nice out, but it's cold. It's 24 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're going to be warming up for a high of 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are light and variable, and this morning the sun rose at 06:36 a.m., which was about let's see, about an hour and 50 minutes or so there. but the sun is up and rising, and the sun will be setting at 7:40 p.m. later today. So we should have a very sunny day, and we should be getting up into the 50s right after lunch. 48 or 46, 49 at 11, 12, and then 51 degrees slated for 1 o'clock. So our world times and temperatures, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:48 a.m. this morning currently. It's partly cloudy, partly clear at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, it is at 4:48 a.m. It is clear skies, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, where it's 5:48 a.m., clear skies, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, currently 6:48 a.m. sunny skies in Chicago, Illinois, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And the same is for New York City, which is just southeast of where I'm at, about a 3.5 hour drive, 4 hour drive. It's current time is 7:49 a.m. as far as same here. It's sunny down there in New York City, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Over in Cork, Ireland, at 12:49 p.m. It is cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy, at 1:49 p.m. Partly cloudy, partly sunny skies at 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, 2:49 p.m. Sunny skies, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. We were on Randy W. Horton's broadcast yesterday, so thanks again, Randy. Randy W. Horton, a great guy. I'm going to get the cards out today. Randy W. Horton. He's always very generous as far as bringing people up. He's a great guy to know on this. You may not agree with him and stuff like that, but he's still a good guy. He's one of the good guys, okay? So, where is Randy? Oh, there he is. Here we go. There we go. There's Randy. Randy W. Horton. And get that focus there. Randy W. Horton. Let's go ahead and give him a follow over on Twitter, okay? And we also had Jeeves over there. Let me get Jeeves here. Jeeves was on that. Jeeves, I've known Jeeves for quite a while. He was on the broadcast along with Chris Technician. And let's see, there's Jeeves. Where's Chris's? Chris Technician. We were all on Randy W. Horton's broadcast there yesterday. And there's Chris Technician's. And it was fun. It was very good fun, and I enjoyed it. And but check out Randy W. Horton. He'll probably be on later today sometime. He's probably at work. I wonder if he goes to work today. That's interesting. I'll have to check. But Riyadh, like I said, they have it's 90 degrees now. It just updated. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit at 2:51 in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And continuing with the, I get a little sidetracked sometimes. In the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they're continuing with the times, world times and temperature. In New Delhi, India, at 5:21 p.m. this late afternoon, it is partly cloudy, partly sunny at 91 degrees Fahrenheit. In Mumbai, India, at 5:21 p.m. also, it's cloudy skies, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Kuala Lumpur, at 7:52 p.m., they got clear evening skies at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Manila, Philippines, also 7:52 in the evening, clear skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit there, so pretty pleasant in those two locations. In Tokyo, Japan, at 8:52 p.m., 54 degrees, clear skies as far as that goes. And down in Melbourne, Australia, at 9:52 p.m., cloudy skies, 55. But in Sydney, Australia, at 9:52 p.m., it's clear skies, and that is, what is that, 59? Yeah, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. I gotta get my glasses checked. So the bit rate's still going good, and We've leveled out. We did drop a few frames, 2%. So, and the picture looks good, even though it's down from 720 to 720p down to what did I have? 540. Yeah, 540p. So for broadcast, that's okay. And the audio, I know is good. I believe. Let me see. Let me give you that check. Yeah, the audio's good. Audio's good. So we're off and running with the broadcast here, and as far as that goes. So I usually go into the National Day, but the National Day it is Easter, and so I'm just going to go with that. I'm not even going to mention the other selections. It is Easter Sunday. It is a day, and I think I already had this preloaded to tweet out. Let's see. Did I preload it? Let's see. Maybe it was on this one. No, maybe it was this one. I'm clicking too many tabs on my Surface 3. It's trying to catch up as far as that goes. I thought about broadcasting from the Surface 3, but I think I'm able to broadcast here, but and I did that last week. Okay, here it is. Yeah, okay, so this is the one. Let's go ahead. It is Easter. Oh, it's not there. Where the hell did it go? Is it over on this one? Well, let's check. Let's make sure before. Maybe we'll have to reset the. We'll have to reset the tweet box here. Yeah, let's see. Nope, it didn't. So let's go ahead and get that again. Let's see. That's Easter. Let's copy image. We'll go over here to. Is it on this one? Hey, Jeeves. Good morning, Jeeves. Good morning. How you doing, my friend? Jeeves, Mr. Twix is in the house as far as that goes. Thank you for being here, Jeeves. Just talking about how we were on Randy W. Horton's broadcast yesterday, and that was fun as far as that goes. I had a good time. Yeah, and you are good. Jeeves is for those watching on the replay. And I do repurpose this broadcast over on YouTube and Rumble as far as that goes. And yeah, it was a good broadcast yesterday with hanging out with Randy W. Horton for some time. Yeah, it was fun, and it sort of reminded me. Jeeves, I've known, but the people that are watching us on replay, Jeeves is in the chat here as far as he is a DJ. He's known as Mr. Twix here on the Twitch, and he does DJ broadcasts, and a very good and very knowledgeable on the movie industry too. We were talking about that yesterday, and and he's actually worked in the movies as far as that goes. I think you're a sound guy, right, Jeeves? You did the sound there as far as on some movies. I think one of them was, and you were even I remember you telling a story. You were a stand-in on one of the Mission Impossible ones, and I think I was watching it, and you told me that's pretty interesting. You were a stand-in there as far as one of the background characters or background props. So you were a human prop or something like that. So I think that's pretty neat. That's a good experience. Where did I put that, man? I got too many tabs open up in my Surface 3 here. Let's see. Is it this one? Is it the last one? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So like I said, today is Easter. And one of the things Randy W. Horton pointed out yesterday that Easter, Passover, and okay, we're reconnecting. We are reconnecting. Okay, I believe we are reconnected. Okay, I believe we are reconnected. Okay, that was on my Surface 3. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. We had a burp. I'm gonna go with it. I'll just splice the two Twitch broadcasts together, and I had a part one, part two yesterday. So I don't know if it's my internet. I think it's my because it's probably the OBS as far as on this older box. It's not really dialed in right back. Yeah, we are back, Jeeves. Thank you. It's just, it happens. I can go with it. As far as that goes, it reconnected, and we have it says excellent here, and we're in the green on the OBS, so we're off and running. Um, so we tweeted it. It is Easter Sunday. Easter is observed on the first Sunday following the full moon after the vernal equinox. And what would happen a week or so ago? Like I said, Ramadan, Passover, and Easter are all in the same week, and that never happened. But you look at what happened a week ago. We had the moon with Mars, Venus, Uranus, um, Saturn, and Mercury. 5 planets were in line with the moon. That's not going to happen for quite some time, for quite a while, as far as that goes. So, uh, just a coincidence, maybe. Just something like that. An important outer space event, along with what we're celebrating here on this blue marble. Um, but considered Christians' most important holiday. It's celebrated that is being Easter. It's celebrated the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Depending on which calendar a church follows, some will celebrate the. No, I don't want that. Close that. I have no idea what that is. Depending on which calendar a church follows, some will celebrate the holiday earlier than others. Leading up to Easter is an entire season of observances. Begin with Ash Wednesday. Lent officially beginning. Lent is the time of fasting and reflection, which represents the time Jesus spent in the wilderness for 40 days. Many know this as a time when Christians give something up for Lent. I used to be a practicing Catholic. I'm not now, but I still respect those religions that are out there as far as that goes. Last night, I guess, when I slept out on the couch, I was watching on the History Channel Bible, the stories of the Bible, as far as that goes. And then during Holy Week, the Sunday before Easter is known as Palm Sunday. It commemorates Jesus entering into Jerusalem on the donkey just 5 days before the Romans crucified him. Then you got, what's this? Mayunda Thursday, remembering Jesus' Last Supper, and Modun. And then Good Friday is the day of the crucifixion. It's sort of an Good Friday, and then you're crucifying somebody. I don't know. Holy Saturday is the period between crucifixion and the resurrection of Easter Sunday. So there we have it. It is Easter Sunday, and it's if anything, it's a good day for reflection. As far as that goes, and in some cases, growing up, okay, as kids, you got the Easter egg hunt and all that and stuff. We used to have Easter egg hunts out here in the side lawn for the kids, sharing with the neighbors' kids as far as when they were a lot younger, and that's always fun. I look at it in this time of my life as more of a day of reflection, which we should have more of those to look inside us and see who we are as individuals. On this big blue marble, and let's see. So that's our day for today. Today is Easter, and I do hope everybody has a good Easter Sunday. As far as that, we got Jack sitting out there looking at the cat TV for the birds and such. So Let's see, that's a 20. Okay, that keeps my time. Yeah, happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter to you, Jeeves, as far as that goes, and and whatnot. So again, that was a good broadcast yesterday with our good friend Randy W. Horton. Since we next month will be 1 full year since we've been off of that last. See, Jeeves, I met Jeeves back in the Blab days, which is like 2 platforms ago. It's almost 10 years ago, I think, Jeeves. And but then we had we had Meerkat, then Periscope, and then Haps happened, and that went down last May. I think it was in the first week of May, or sometime there. I know it was right at the beginning of May, and that's where I met. Yeah, yep, 10 years I've known you, Jeeves, and but Randy W. Horton, Chris Technician, Tony D, Ted Hicks, Tina, and a host of others that were on that platform. I met. This is going on 3 years because I was on the platform. Was it 2 years before it went down? We were. I think I was on. I was. It started as a news thing, and I saw it, but I never jumped on board of it because it was mostly They were doing a news type format. Then they switched to an open live stream broadcasting, and I enjoyed it. They had the full landscape and stuff like that, and met a lot of great people there. And then yesterday, like I said, with it going down, we were scrambling. Where are we going to be? And I think for the most part, I know some people went to that app called Airtime. I'm not. It's just an app. If you have an app and you can't bring it up on the desktop, I'm not interested in it. I look at that aspect as far as being able to interchange, and but we're using Twitch, and we have used Restream, we have used EVMux, and yesterday's broadcast we used Randy as an avid StreamYard. So that enables us to bring people up in the 4-box format that we had yesterday. And I really think that is really cool. And as far as catching up with the people, and you stay in contact with those people as far as that goes. So for the most part, I have been on other platforms on the audio side a long time ago when I started getting on this thing called the internet. And I've mentioned this before, a program called Audio Boo, which is now called Audio Boom. And that transformed into where there was a couple other broadcasts. I think I was Get Dialogue was a web-based audio, and then I went on to Anchor 1, 2, and then the current Anchor, which now is Anchor is no more. It's just Spotify. It's Spotify for podcasters. The Anchor app, the old Anchor app, but it's Anchor for all this. But it is Spotify. Spotify owned Anchor. They bought it. But going back to the Audio Boo, the original back in the day, as I call it, that's over 15 years ago. 16 years ago, we had a good strong audio community where we do audio and we said audio messages and stuff like that, and that is totally gone. I think I know 1 or 2 people from that era. 1, 2, 3. I know there's one person, and that's my good friend Bernie Goldbach at Top Gold, who's an ex-Air Force pilot. And wow, that's a long. Yeah, that's. See, I used to do the audio before I got into the live streaming, and it was through Blab, and then going. I never got into Meerkat. Just as I was starting to get a Meerkat dropped. So for me, it was Blab, Periscope, Twitter Live was going after Periscope, and then Haps, of course, and that dropped it. I never really did the YouTube Live, though I have done a few. And what's the other one? Well, these Vocal's been out there, but now we got Kick. Kick is the latest live streaming. So for the live streaming people, there is a community, and Jeeves and me are part of that community that have. Well, we didn't leave Haps. Haps left us, right, Jeeves? They left us. They just screw it. We're selling the platform. But again, through those platforms like Restream, EVMux, StreamYards, we're able to bring people in. I guess here on Twitch they have guest stars, and Jeeves says yes. Yeah, that's so it's very good to hook up with these individuals because they're very, very involved and intelligent in the fields that they're in, and it's always interest talking to to get a different perspective of things and stuff like that, because we come from all walks of life. Okay. Um, and granted, we come up in this big blue marble. We have different people, different cultures and stuff. But I'm always one to say, and I go back to a very good friend of mine that who's no longer here. Um, he lost his life when I was, well, we're stationed at Aviano Air Base, and I'm remembering him now, Joe Rucker. And Joe would say that you cut my finger. He used to call me Robbie. He said, "You cut your finger, Robbie," because Roberts, that's my last name. "You cut your finger, Robbie, and I cut my finger. We both bleed red. We're of the human race." And this is going back. That's Air Force, so you're talking over 40 years ago as far as that goes. So I always remember that, and I'm thinking about Joe right now. He was a great guy. He was a big guy, and he'd give the shirt off his back. What's that?
50 some years ago.
How many years?
Probably 50.
Yeah, maybe 50. Yeah, it could be. Um, no, about 40, 45 maybe. Yeah, about 40 to 45 when I first went into service. And so Joe was he was a great guy. He he was in a car accident, and he did survive. When we're just young airmen over there, and he's one of the guys that I really remember. Had a lot of fun with him, and as far as that goes, and it was a tragic loss. It really impacted a bunch of us because we're all a bunch of young firefighters, not knowing what. Well, we're just stepping out into this big vast world that we have. So I'm remembering Joe now, but that's what I love about this broadcasting bit, that you're able to share things as far as that goes. And there's going to be disagreements and as far as that goes, but you find some middle ground that everybody's going to have a different view of things and stuff like that. And it's always good to get a second set of eyes looking at something. And you may not like what the individual says, but if you've known them for a while and they give you the straight scoop and stuff like that, it's called conversation and discussion. I don't debate. I don't argue as far as that goes. Well, I try not to. The missus is laughing. Oh, do you? I'm trying not to argue and debate. I'm getting my latter years that it's not worth the time and energy really to because people will have their views on things and stuff like that. You like that one though?
Every time you say that, I'm like,
she's shaking her head right now. It's fun. Well, it's a vastness here on this thing called the internet. So.
Well, you just express your opinion.
Yeah, well, and I want to try and do it in a respectable way and not really try not to. I don't like the word offend, but try not to. What's that?
You and my mother, you always like the good debate.
Yeah, there we go. I will be doing the Anchor Morning Audio this Tuesdays and Thursday. Last Thursday, I just got so discouraged. I just said screw it and not do it. So we got some good subjects here in the queue. I might talk about this. It's Amur leopard. Amur leopard twins are born. Oh, yeah, that might be a good one. What's the other one? Stunning temple with skylights in a carved chamber uncovered in from the Jin dynasty. We might look at that one. New short protection, and what's this other one? Well, we got quite a few of them. One of Britain's oldest. I think I talked about this. One of Britain's oldest trees and greatest oak trees gets $7,000 hug from community. Okay, that's good. Imagine that having one of the oldest trees. That's a big ass tree too. So we'll be looking at some subjects to talk about during the Anchor Morning Audio. You laughing? Jeeves is laughing. He put an LOL, I guess, on the exchange for me and the missus. And that's one of the things I sort of let my hair down a little bit as far as having the comments from the missus and stuff like that, because I would not be where I am today if it was not for her. So you know, it just we've been married to each other. We've been partners in this life for what, 36, going on 37 years now, and stuff. And it's I've been truly blessed. And I'll say that on this Easter Sunday, I've been truly blessed with that as far as that goes, along with two young adult children. As far as that goes, it's, she keeps me in line, Jeeves, as far as that goes. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? On this day in history, other than it being Easter, um, let's see. We have a couple things. Let's see. Let me get this set up here. I have it set up, but the Surface 3 is just running a little slow this morning. So let's see. Get that. On this day in history, back in 2003, you had, of course, the United States was were involved in the Iraq War. Baghdad fell to the United States-led forces on this day back in 2003. Several weeks after the start of the Iraq War, a conflict that began to oust President Saddam Hussein, who's not really a very good person, um, and and because of the supposed possession of weapons of mass destruction, which supposedly he did not have. Um, some people said it was about the oil. I think it was a little bit about both, but it was a good. I think Iraq is probably a lot better off now without Saddam Hussein. He wasn't a very good person. He invaded Kuwait. Um, I don't know if history is repeating itself. It depends if the world nations get involved in Ukraine a little bit more than what they're doing now. But that might spark off World War III, because Russia invaded. They invaded. They are the ones that went into Ukraine. And whatever reason there shouldn't be in this day and age, modern day and age, and stuff like that. You should just bring it to the table and talk about things. But you have a person, Putin, who is not a very nice guy, to say it softly. He is not a nice guy, and you know, Russia is acting more like the old Soviet Union. But and they want to regain that prominence, which I don't think is going to happen. But they're being sustained for the most part by China, which is flexing their muscles. And some people are saying, because of that, even with this president, this country is weak. Even with this president, this country is not weak. Believe me. You just go back in history where Japan was back before World War II started. They were doing their expansion into China, and they were told to stop and stop. And then it was the fact that Pearl Harbor happened, and the United States did not sit idly by. The United States right now is in that sleeping tiger state. You do not want to poke the tiger, okay, as much as you want to flex these other countries, because this country, I know in my heart and I know in my mind that the United States is still stronger than it ever has been. So anybody that's saying that it's weak and we have a weak military, I'm going to just say, quite frankly, they're full of crap. I've been in the service for 20 years. I still have contacts with the military as far as that goes, and I say otherwise. You may agree or not agree, but I'm just saying the proof will be, you know, right now it's status quo. You know, it's not really a standoff. China is not our enemy. They are our adversary, and there is a difference. They look at things different than we do. They're our adversary. So they're going to be, you know, just like Russia is our adversary when they were the Soviet Union. Our enemy, quite frankly, to this United States is Iran. They outrightly want they publicly said they want the destruction of this country, as long as, and also with it. So I'm not splicing words or anything like that. I'm just telling you my perspective as far as that goes. So the world is still, um, we still have some issues. We still have some issues that are some very important problems that we can't, we have to keep. The Ukrainians have fought back, and they pushed the Russians back to those eastern provinces and stuff like that. So it's back to where they started from. But I'm starting to believe that it's been almost coming up on what, over a year now since Russia invaded. We got to do something to bring some peace, and this president is not doing anything. The president in the office of the presidency is a weak man. He's not doing anything diplomatically, and it should be a concern. I feel like we're not. I don't think so, geez, because war is, it's a conflict. Okay, it has a potential. If we're in World War III, we wouldn't be doing this broadcasting stuff and talking about it and stuff like that. The world would be in chows. Like, you just look at history of World War II. Everything for World War II was geared towards defeating somebody. And Putin, is he as bad as the bad guys there during World War II? Yeah, he comes pretty close. He's staying within his territory, his realm and stuff like that. And China, it has a potential. It does. We're one click, but I don't know. I'm just hoping it doesn't. I know what you're saying where it feels like it. It just like. But I think there are some smart people in Russia still. I think I'm going to try. I'm going to try and believe that there are some smart people in China. They like flexing their muscles and stuff like that. I don't think they want the world in a handbasket. I know they have their little territorial things and stuff like that, but as Rodney King said one time, can't we all get along? To quote Rodney King. Oh, that brings up, I forgot. I got to do my thought for the day. Let me do my thought for the day. Let's back up. Let's get off of that. I forgot to do my thought for the day. Where's my thought for the day? Let's see. We're sort of going all over the table here as far as that goes. As far as you look at our two countries, geez, Canada and the United States, we have disagreements and stuff, but we sit at the table, and talk about it. I don't think we're in that category like Russia and the Ukraine. we're a lot more. Did I just make a joke there? Let's see. Where's our thought for the day here? Let's see. Let's get to the thought for the day. And I appreciate you hanging out here, Jeeves. Our thought for the day comes from Orson Welles. Orson Welles, the author of 1984, War of the Worlds. He wrote War of the Worlds, which is speaking of World War III. That's the thing that would really bring this blue marble, the human race on this big blue marble, together. If we had an invasion of the alien invasion. Actually, aliens are looking down. They're saying, "What a bunch of boneheads! Can't they get along?" I think the aliens are probably a lot smarter than us. That's why we haven't seen them yet. As far as first contact. Okay, our thought for the day comes from a quote from Orson Welles. What happens now is what happened before, and often what's going to happen again sometime or other. And it's true. Sometimes history has a habit of repeating itself, and we don't want it to repeat itself. What's going on right now almost has the feelings of, if you look back prior to World War II, what was going on. I mean, literally going on. I watched this program called World War II, the Color of War, and it documents what life was like that over in Europe beforehand, and what Hitler did as far as before the actual declaration of World War II. And there's some similarities with Putin, what he wants to do, especially going into Crimea, which was Crimea was Ukrainian, I guess, at one time, and now he's trying to invade the western, or the eastern provinces there of the Ukraine. So Orson Welles quote, our thought for the day: "What's happening now is what happened before, and often what's going to happen again, sometime or the other." So, my takeaway is history has a habit of repeating itself, and we want it to repeat itself for the good, not the bad stuff, as far as that goes. So, Orson Welles, a great author there, as far as that goes. Let's see. And let's see, on this day also in 1965, the Astrodome opened in Houston, Texas, hosting the first indoor baseball game. And let's see, back in 1963, an act of Congress conferred honorary U.S. citizenship to Sir Winston Churchill. And on this day, General Robert E. Lee, commander of the Army of the Northern Virginia of Confederate States of America, signed a treaty to surrender at that courthouse, and it effectively ended the American Civil War, which is a very tragic war that this country went through. And that's a thing. Looking at history and looking that was not a pretty war. That was one of the first real modern wars, I guess you could say, and the carnage was brother against brother back in that day. We should learn from that. We don't want that again. But we ended up having World War I, and we figured we learned from that. We didn't. We had World War II. And we've had wars since then. With Jesus' comment, it feels like World War III. Yeah, it does. It has that feeling. Will it actually take? I hope not. I pray it doesn't. And I don't think it will. I think you just have some people. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see, what else on this day? Let's see, that's tomorrow. We'll go with that tomorrow. So basically that's, let's see, do we have anything else? Let me check this other page. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Let's see, what happened this, let's see, important events that happen on this day in history. Let's see, let's check this link. I don't have my normal history link as far as that goes. So let's see. Again, the Iraq War ended in 2003. The Iraqis pulled down the statue of Saddam Hussein. 1865 on this day. Robert E. Lee surrenders. Here we go with the war again. 1940 on this day, Germany invades Norway and Denmark. 1959, I think that's when America picks their first astronauts for the Mercury program. And I don't think it's going to happen with the internet bringing us together. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Jeeves. Because everybody's more aware of things and what's going on. I think that's why mainstream media is gone to bunk and stuff like that. The internet has changed everything as far as that goes. And you have some countries like China that supposedly they squash it to a certain degree. Other countries do as far as restrict it. I think that does. I really agree with that. The internet does bring us together because it just goes back to what I was talking about. Look, we had that broadcast with Randy W. Horton. Randy W. Horton's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You're over there. Jeeves is up there in Vancouver, Canada. Chris Technician was down there in Deming, New Mexico. That's on the other side of the country here in the United States. And I'm here in New York. 4 different locations on one broadcast. 4 different perspectives as far as that goes. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a good statement there, Jeeves. Thank you. I don't think it's going to happen, and with the internet bringing us because people are smart and they're going to say, hey, the vast majority of people don't want this crap. So eventually somebody's going to take either he's going to just slowly go away or whatever, but I think the days of Putin are coming to a close. He can't go anywhere in this world, and So just see what happens, I guess. So there we have the world history as far as that goes. Yesterday, some good news. I think that I watched the Mets game last night, and the Mets won last night against the who did they play? The Marlins, and they actually they're winning the series and stuff like that. So they beat the Mets beat the Marlins 5-2. That was a pretty good game. They got their first run on the guy kept on walking everybody. The pitcher there. And the Yankees, I believe, yeah, they beat the Orioles 4-1. They're down there in Baltimore. So that the two New York teams won. I don't know what team you follow. Do you follow the Mariners, the Seattle Mariners? Jeeves, I don't know if you're into baseball, but they won last night or yesterday, 3-2 against the Guardians. And let's see, the Mets. Yankees will be playing the Orioles again today, and the Mets. Where are they at? Did they play today? I think. Yep. Okay. So Seattle. Yeah. Seattle Mariners. They won last night. Oh, the Mets played the Marlins, but no, the Met. Let's see. That was yesterday. What am I looking at here? Yeah, the Mariners beat the Guardians. Okay, so baseball's off and running. It was fun watching. I did watch. I had it on the TV back here. Watch it during dinner, and I'm trying to. If there's a ball game on, it's going to be on that. Either the Yankees or the Mets, and the Mets were down there in New York City, and it was fun watching them win. And they got a good team. And the Yankees got a good team this year and stuff like that. So some good baseball being played. The boys of summer, as far as that goes. So, and let's see what else we got on the Twitter feed. Let's see, is anybody? Let's see. Our broadcast is going well, and I just noticed my overall clock 54 minutes. Where this second one, Blue Jays play. LA Dodgers. Okay. Oh, do you follow the Blue Jays? Because that's on the other side of Canada, isn't it? The Toronto? Okay. All right. So you follow both the Blue Jays as far as that goes. So, okay, we're at 33. Okay. So, but the overall broadcast, we got 50. We're coming up on 55 minutes and stuff. Okay. So you're like me. I follow the New York Mets and the Yankees, and you're following the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays, as far as that goes. So, but both, let's see, Seattle and Toronto, they're American League, where I'm following a little bit of the National League and stuff, as far as that. If I had to pick between the Yankees and, I can't pick. I like them both. I want the New York teams to win, as far as that goes. But the Mets have a bit of history there, as far as starting back in 1960. They're not as old as the New York Yankees. And as far as that goes, so it's always good to watch that, and especially on the weekends and stuff. Oh, let's see what else. That's about it. I'm gonna go probably get some breakfast, going, and we're gonna go ahead and get our day started here. Geez, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started. So as far as that goes, wherever you are on this big blue marble, I want to say live life, have fun, ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. See you later, G's. Enjoy your day too. As we get some outro music coming in. Get the day going. Get the day rocking. It's Easter Sunday. Enjoy yourself. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, over there on Twitter. I told myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast. In other words, I like playing on this thing called the internet, and doing that is broadcasting here on the Twitch. And we are thankful for Twitch for allowing us to do so. So you all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life, have fun, ciao for now, and as always, peace. Take care, folks.